Hi, star-powered friends. Thanks for tuning in. My name is Alejandra Sophia, and this is Star Power Alchemy YouTube, and I'm tuning in. Right now, I am literally in my closet. I'm looking at my computer, and my little kitty Sancho has just woken up, and so he may be declaring his presence at some point during my impromptu description of what I'm seeing of my attunement, much better word, my attunement into what I see is happening right now and where we're heading into after this total full moon eclipse tonight at 9:16 p.m. So I'm tuning in from the hour of 1:25 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Today's June 20th, 2019, and I'm looking at the week ahead from this vantage point of now. So it's powerful, the energies. The moon is in Cancer right now, and it's getting ready to conjunct the North Node in the next couple of hours. And so here we are in every moment, every breath, in this dynamic synchronization of energies within your own self. And so here we are, each on our own personal stylized, personalized adventure on planet Earth as ourselves, all gathered together in a chamber of we and togetherness, but in a seemingly singular spiritual identification with a place called I, me, the me-dom, me, myself, and I, the holy, holy trinity of selfhood. Me, myself, and I, the great I in the sky, the great cosmic I in the earth I and I. So here we are, and as I said, I'm in my, well, I don't know if I mentioned I'm in my genius chamber. Exercising my wizardry and my visionary capacities and astrological powers to really feel into this time that we're in. Powerful time, and the week ahead, and then the 2 weeks after this portal. So what I have discovered this morning of January 20th, 2019, hours before this total full moon eclipse, and while being still in the sign of Cancer right now. So internal chambers, moon in Cancer, feeling the great all, the great cosmic connection to all things, the great Cancerian wisdom of interconnectedness and feeling it. And I'm looking at my computer, which is why I'm not looking at my camera lens. Because you're just going to get a real sense of how I do things here at Star Power Alchemy Studios. So the week ahead. So by the time, so the moon's still being in Cancer, and then the moon's going to go into the sign of Leo, and then a total full moon eclipse. So this is powerful. From my place of selfhood, from my sacred place of me, myself, and I am crossing, I am bridging towards you, my friends, my allies, my tribe, anyone who is called to listen to me and hear what I have to say about why this moment is so powerful and sacred. Every moment being sacred and a sacred unfolding, yes, with varying levels of wakefulness and consciousness and unconsciousness, deep dives into unconsciousness, and powerful peak realizations and awakenings to clear the channels of inner confusions, inner self channels of confusions around power structures, because the central issue is of you and of these times that we are born to and are all together living in this melting pot of diversity of ionize, right? We are in the midst of a time that we have chosen to be alive for, and whether it's a time of awakening, and for you to really choose, for selfhood to really choose to be here to the fullest capacity, and really the overall arching energy is claiming our power to be the potential that lives inside of us. So that means a lot of self-excavation and clearing out of old stories, deep old stories stuck in the unconscious, stuck in that deep well of your dreams and PowerPoints of visioning and accessing these dream portals that come in from deep inside of yourself. So these are clearing up the Piscean channels and emotionality. So clearing out the old stories that are holding up the clogging the creative block, clogging you creatively, clogging yourself. And so this powerful activation of the full moon that we're getting ready to go through, whether you're listening to this before or after the full moon, in fact, you probably will be listening to it afterwards. So how to look back upon it. I just want to share with you where I'm coming from now, at what point I'm tuning into this. As you're tuning back into, what's happening right now, here's the wave we're riding. And this 1 degree Leo is so powerful. This is about you tapping into that golden thread, each one of us, selfhood tapping into this golden thread of a sense of deep, not even a sense, it's just a core connecting thread to who you are that vibrates, that speaks, that intonates, I am, and claim your domain, claim what you love, claim these powerful, your power center. And as we're continuing the power of Monday, January 21st, which is tomorrow, which is likely today, everyone is, whoever's listening to this, or anyone who's, whenever you tune into this during this time frame that we're in, from January 20th after the full moon until really the next 2 weeks, but powerfully speaking to this week, from January 21st to January 27th, the third quarter moon, is we're going to be going through adjustments, major adjustments, with now having 2019 and passing through the portals of a partial solar eclipse on January 5th with the Capricorn new moon, and then the total full moon eclipse, the blood moon, the wolf moon, on January 20th at 9:16 p.m. Pacific time. So 2 powerful eclipses activated, 1 partial, 1 full, 1 new moon, 1 full moon. That's the way it works. And so, but that's what will be resonating with all week. And so it's an adjustment time, because you're tapping into powerful centers of me, myself, and I, who I am, and claiming these places. This is who I am. This is my style. This is my expression. Oh my God. However you're clearing these blocks in this week that we're coming into, the best way to work with this week, I recommend, because we're going to have a Mars square Saturn, Mars and Aries square Saturn, because we're going to have a Mercury Capricorn square Uranus, and then Mercury comes in and sextiles Chiron. I'm going to tell you what this all means, but I'm going to give you the technical pieces. Venus and Sagittarius conjuncts Jupiter and Sag this week. Mars and Aries trines Jupiter and Sag. Those are all the powerful points. I'm now looking down at another book. So it's just, I'm in my Genius Lab, and you get to see the way I do things without any major adjustments to my looking at the camera. So I've got my, just to let you know, I got my computer here, and then I've got my little calendar here, that are all my ways of tuning in. So all the PowerPoints that I just shared with you, all these aspects for this third quarter moon after this adjustment period of these 2 powerful solar eclipses that are powerful eclipses, 1 solar, 1 lunar, that are all designed through the sign journeys and everything else happening for you to get so intact with yourself, get in touch with yourself. Not only in touch, but viscerally. It's so beyond just in touch. It's viscerally connected to yourself, that you're feeling confidence, feeling a willingness, feeling a power to go beyond your fears, to stand up to your fears. And in any way that you did stand up to your fears in this last week of from January 14th to January 20th of the second quarter moon, and then now passing through all the eclipse, the the powerful blood moon eclipse at 1 degree Leo, we're now going to be resonating through this third quarter moon from Monday, January 21st to the half moon waning, moon phase 22 on January 27th. And it's how you're going to be making adjustments this week. The third quarter moon essentially is the essence of that is I ascend to inspire and be inspired, because you're getting in touch. This is a zone, the third quarter moon. It is getting in touch with your ideals, getting in touch with your visions, feeling them, what inspires you. So what inspires you and how to inspire others as well. It's your inspiration, because there's an ascending quality to the third quarter moon as it's preparing to then disseminate at the half quarter, at the fourth quarter moon, because we pass through the half moon waning. It's time to shift. It's time to change. It's time to shift structure and disseminate and dissolve and prepare for the new cycle. So that's what's happening every 28 days in a nutshell with these moon cycles. So with this moon, with having the thing I really want to tell you is that using this next week and the next 2 weeks as we're getting ready to head in, because we're now preparing for some part of ourselves in the part of us that's always threading into the future, right? We're past, present, future, multi-dimensional beings of me, myself, and ionize, right? Each one of us on our own journey through this cosmic mythological experience, journey, opportunity, our human blueprint here on planet Earth. We are Earth-centric inside of a planetary mythological system that is centralized through the sun symbolizing Leo, core self radiance, the radiant self. So the sun truly opening up. So here we go. Here's something just coming in right now, is you're allowing the sun channel to open up in you. And we need the sun and moon channels fully to be imbalanced, to fully connect to your sun. That's to who you are, to your creativity, to your creative spark, to your creative pulse, and this sense of me and I, and this is what I'm here to do. This is who I am, and what's so extremely important of this time we're in is that if you're going to claim your power and authority, you got to claim your I am and who you are, and overthrow these places that you're feeling afraid to express yourself. So this is a year of a personal story, and really claiming your story and claiming a victorious story. That's the sun. Self-resilience, resiliency, that's the sun. Strength, that's the sun. But the power of the sun is in connection, is in rhythm to the moon, because we live on Earth. We're from the perspective of Earth. We're Earth, sun, moon beings. Beings of multidimensional energy and starlight, and condensed starlight that over time and mythological, divine, magical, architectural construction of the human being, and this opportunity that we have as angels and extraterrestrials and multidimensional DNA that comprises the human blueprint. And some of you that might be the first time you've ever heard anything like this, or it may be something you're very familiar with. And if you're feeling that access to, if any of my language is designed to activate from the inside out. So feeling remembrance and any places of familiarity of like, oh, that resonates for me, and that happened in the core centers. That's where I am finding memory through language, through learning how to work with just integrating myself, self-synthesis, to learn how to access information on multidimensional levels. And one of those places that I do that is through when something resonates with me, when remembrance comes from the inside out. So that's how my language is designed that way. So this week is really important to just, remember, like, you're changing, we're making massive adjustments. And it's absolutely essential that we power up through our power centers and stop giving our power away through disempowerment stories and a unconscious disempowerment storyline. And that's essential for you. That's why it's essential for you to get real with yourself and real honest with yourself so that you can make adjustments, and yeah, that is gonna mean to excavate and mine those places where you're holding shame and guilt and anger, all those deep places of where your survival instincts got marred and entangled, and because, so yeah, entangled in this deep story, and of you not feeling maybe understood, accepted, loved for who you are. You weren't being reflected back in your environment who you really were, and likely were not given just where our culture is, like our parents and our parental structures being entangled in stories and belief systems that were tangling up the eye. And so yeah, likely you were not reflected back who you really are, because no one else around you really knew who they were. And so there's just been a massive entanglement on the planet, and massive disempowerment entanglements, and posturing and facades and masks and inauthenticity and dishonesty that continues to prevail on planet Earth. And that's why it's essential for each one of us, worlds unto ourselves, literally, not metaphorically, not symbolically, but literally worlds unto ourselves, to really take the to really rise inside of yourself, in each one of us who's willing to really claim this domain of selfhood. It means you claim a world. It means you claim Earth. It means you claim Earth for yourself. And so that is where, in our human blueprint, the Earth is woven into us. The sun is woven into us. The moon is woven into us. The ocean, the stars, the rivers, the trees, the plants, the animals, everything. Human beings, we're all, self is a multi-dimensional biodynamic experience. It's not singular in the sense, it is that this is where it's multi-dimensional. It is singular in the sense of one, and it's singular in the sense of infinity as well. I just felt that, and I never ever have heard that or said that in that way before at all. So so this is like my live show unfolding, and I've got a few more minutes to finish this and wrap this up, of this self-synthesis opportunity right now for this next week ahead. And my recommendations is just to keep getting clear with yourself, getting clear with yourself. And in getting clear with yourself, you'll be able to communicate. And as you're communicating with yourself authentically, right? Just being real with yourself, then you can communicate with your relationships. And as you're getting real with your time and how you want your energy, how do you want, because energy is focus, or your focus is your energy, is your time, is what you're saying yes to, and is what you're saying no to. Getting clear about your maybes. So getting clear about your yeses, your nos, and your maybes. And that the maybe is just as powerful as the yes and no, because if you're really in a maybe place, like, I'm not sure, I think so, I'm not really sure how I feel, that's just as powerful, because those are moments that you're not clear, and you're authentically connecting to that until you know when it's a yes and when it's or if it's a no. And I know every one of us have had those experiences where, as you're getting clear and sifting through, then you're like, oh no, absolutely not. Or, yeah, I do want to do that. But there's things to think about. So anyway, there's just things to, as you're learning as you're rewiring yourself to make powerful decisions based on your world, and creating in that world. So this is the point I want to get to. We are creating with this total full moon eclipse that that we're probably, everyone listening will be looking back on. We've got the sun in Aquarius shining the light on the moon, but who's interfering, who's getting in the way is the earth. And so this is where I see the sun. So it's an alignment. It's an alignment of the sun, the earth, and the moon. And therefore, because the earth's getting in the way of the sunlight, it's eclipsing the moon. So I believe we are in the time, we are in next level phases of new earth rising. And that means each one of us has to rise up within ourself and claim our domain, claim the earth we desire to live on. And that's the star-powered news from me, myself, and I to you and all the yous listening to me on YouTube. I wish you much love. I welcome your comments. If you're interested in a powerful reading, a personal reading, tapping in deeply to your blueprint to help you understand yourself, to help you embrace yourself, to help you really claim that first degree of Leo that's streaming through every single one of us, no matter if you have planets or not in the sign of Leo, we all have the Leo life stream sign journey, all 12 signs threading through us no matter what. So, please contact me at starpoweralchemy@gmail.com if you're interested in a reading. And please subscribe to my channel so that you can get the weekly updates and notifications when I've posted some powerful, insightful attunements to help you navigate your reality with empowerment and creativity. And remember, there's only one you. No one else can do it but you. Much love.